We in here. Claim your inheritance. Isaiah 66:1. Then says the Most High, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that you build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? For all those things has mine hand made, and all those things have been, says the Most High. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembles at my word. He that kills an ox as if he slew a man is as if he slew a man. Okay. For all those things has mine hand made, and all those things have been, says the Most High. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembles at my word. He that kills an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificed a lamb as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offers an oblation as if he offered swine's blood. He that burns incense as if he blessed an idol. Yeah, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delights in their abominations. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because that's what I try to make clear as well. Anything you fear, you're delivered to. So make sure you fear the Most High so that you can be delivered to the Most High. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spoke, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. Hear the word of the Most High, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for the name of the Most High, because we focus on the reputation of the Most High, our brothers hate us, and they cast us out. Said, let the Most High be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. He shall appear to our delight and to their shame. Hear the word of the Most High, you that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice from the Most High that renders recompense to his enemies. Before she travailed, before she worked, she brought forth. Before she had pain, before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child. See, that's what happened with Mary. She had a child by the Holy Spirit and didn't labor and have labor pains, and she didn't have any pain during childbirth. And that's what's going to happen to the nation of Israel. We're going to be born without pain. See what I'm saying? We're not going to go through the pain that y'all are going through with death of you know what I'm saying, the Civil War, y'all not teaching your people to stay out of. Who has heard such a thing? Who has seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. See how that worked? As soon as we started working, she brought forth her children. That's what happened. I'm saying, shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? That's what's going to happen with us. See what I'm saying? shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth, says the Most High. Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb, says your power? Rejoice ye with Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all you that love her. See, the women have a lot to do with prophecy. Rejoice for joy with her, all you that mourn for her, that you may suck and be satisfied with the breasts of her consolations, that you may milk out and be delighted with the abundance of her glory. See how that works? For thus says the Most High, behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. No, Christian dude, it don't mean every nation on every bloodline on earth. It means the cast off Israelites have been reconciled to the Father like a flowing stream. Then shall you suck. You shall be born upon her sides and be dandled upon her knees. See how that works? The men of Israel are going to be born from the Holy Spirit, by the Holy Spirit without pain. Okay. Now, as one whom his mother comforts, so will I comfort you, and you shall be comforted in Jerusalem. And when you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Most High shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. Yep, you're his enemy. You hate the Most High. So, we're just sharing the word with you. It doesn't matter whether or not you believe it. This is what's going to happen to his enemies. His indignation is going to be towards his enemies. And you're his enemy because that's all you talk about is God is nothing. Fuck God and all that stuff. So, sorry for you. It's over for you. For behold, the Most High will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. What chariots? You don't know. To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Most High plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Most High will be many. Plead means kill, slaughter. Prepared for you right now. Can't wait. Anxious to kill you. Okay, that's what he's ready to do real soon. Let me give you the definition of plead. Shafat means judge, avenge, condemn, execute, defend, deliver, to judge, govern, vindicate, punish, to act as lawgiver or judge or governor to the lawless and sinners. You're gonna die. To rule, govern, and judge, to decide controversy, to execute judgment, discriminating as such of a man, vindicating. He's gonna vindicate Israel, condemning and punishing at theophanic advent for final judgment. See? To enter into controversy, plead, have controversy together, to be judged. In other words, you're gonna die. So now, let me finish the chapter for you. So you can see some more information. Okay. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. That's gay man. He did a public demonstration of eating swine's flesh to show that we're allowed to eat swine's flesh. And he misled and led astray many people who continue to eat swine's flesh instead of teaching them that they should not eat swine's flesh. And the abomination and the mouse, many Asian people eat mice, shall be consumed together. Consumed by what? Consumed by the chariots, to render the Most High's anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Okay, so that's what's going to happen to you. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them. You don't know what a sign is, so there ain't no use of you talking. And I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pool, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tabal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory. And they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. And they shall bring all your brethren, your brothers, for an offering unto the Most High, out of all nations, upon horses. See, all nations and tongues. I will gather all nations and tongues. So he's going to gather our brothers, who are Israelites, according to the flesh, for an offering unto the Most High, out of all nations, upon horses and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts. Well, you can't ride a cheetah, dude. So these swift beasts are modern vehicles. To my holy mountain, Jerusalem, says the Most High. So I'm gonna need a preterist pit boss. I'm gonna need the pit boss to explain how we're going to Jerusalem, his holy mountain, Jerusalem. We're actually going there, and nobody's there now. So could you explain how all things were fulfilled in 70 AD when we still have yet to go to Jerusalem? There's the Most High. As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Most High. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, says the Most High. For as the new heavens and the new earth, the new heavens and the new earth. You know when that happens? That happens when the sea dries up. You don't know nothing about that. Which I will make shall remain before me, says the Most High. So shall your seed and your name remain. Yeah, we sure will. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, says the Most High. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. That's a shame. Transgressors, forgive us our transgressions as we forgive those who transgress against us. A transgression is a violation of the law. Yes, the law of Moses. That's correct. Hamashiach made it stricter. He made it more strict, but it's still there. Yeah. Sorry, it has not gone anywhere. And you're going to die for breaking it. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. Well, I hope you enjoyed the lesson for this evening. It's the grill. You can challenge any doctrine you like. I like to say shalom to Aratazala.
Shalom, King.
Right, Jess.
Yeah. I was checking out, you know, I was in the live stream today. Man, the brothers really hate the scriptures, man.
They do. They do. They really do.
You know, and I wanted to say a lot, but I don't know. I was kind of in that. I don't know. You know, it's kind of like they was bashing the Bible instead of building on upon it. You know what I mean? And that's the stone that
Yep.
they disallowed. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Oh,
But you know, the white man, he when he took it, he acted like he was going to use it. You know how they were talking about they took the light, that we was the light. That's true. That's what the Bible tells you. You know what I mean? But you got to know how to let your light shine. And when your light is shine, it's gonna shine 100-fold more than they little light that they bearing, because that light is us. You know what I mean? And once we shine, they won't be able to hold us. We'll be too hot for them. You know what I mean?
that's right. That's right. And see, they disappointed that the white man misused the Bible. So you know what I'm saying. So I don't get. You're not supposed to get put your faith in man. So you
That's
don't.
right.
So that way you don't get disappointed. So you're sitting there,
Do it.
you know what I'm saying, putting your faith in these white people, thinking that they're gonna use the Bible properly, and you're just gonna live your life wonderfully. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it goes, my man. You got to learn it for yourself and apply it for yourself. But you choose not to, you're gonna die. So you,
Man,
I promise you, use a
it's
dead
really
man.
hard. It's really heartbreaking. Could you try to explain to them brothers that if you take hold of the Bible, that's like the fast track to nationhood right there. You know what I mean? Especially if everybody on one accord with the keeping of the laws. You know what I mean? Trying to rehearse the righteous acts. You know what I mean? Trying to be his brother's keeper. There's nothing wrong with that, but I guess they so caught up in this world that they see, you know what I mean, they still in that dog eat dog mentality, you know what I mean? That spirit of competition, what I like to bring out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I got hot when the dude, you know, he had bring out he was talking to you and he was like, what are you doing? What are you're worthless. You have no value. I'm like, wow, everybody have value, bro. Even the homeless man sitting on the corner. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What type of bullshit is that to say? That shows everybody what type of spirit you in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was some real bullshit to me, and I really had to humble myself and do like that brother Perry said, was that even though I disagree with some of the stuff you say, you know what I mean, we still gonna build on the parts that we like, you know, instead of just trying to contradict, or you know what I mean, compare and
Mm-hmm.
contrast or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All us got to be of like one mind and come into the knowledge. You know?
It's just like I told that lady a year ago that I mentioned last night. She had said that she a GLCC person, and she was like, yeah, yeah, the name. So I was like, I said, okay, I want you to do something for me. Visualize right now, you know what I'm saying, outside of your window right now, that you are in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying, on earth. You are in this kingdom. There's gold streets outside of your window. You know what I'm saying? You got gigantic strawberries, you know what I'm saying, the size of watermelons outside of your front yard right now. You know what I'm saying? You in the kingdom of heaven. And you see the neighbor over there, you invite the neighbor over, like, hey, how you doing, neighbor? And y'all, you invite her over to dinner. Or her. Invite her over to dinner, him over to dinner. So y'all eat. And he says, oh, Jesus. So what I asked her was, do you think that he's gonna die on the spot, or he's gonna go to jail, or that Hamashiach is gonna appear and chop his head off? What do you visualize at that dinner when he says Jesus? And you say Yeshai. They won't be at my table calling on that name. I said, hold on, you're in the kingdom now. You in the kingdom. There's millions of us everywhere. Hundreds of millions of people. Do you really think all hundreds of millions of people is going to be saying the name Yeshaya? I don't know. You might know. You might be mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's the case, that all 100 million people are going to be saying the name Yeshaya, I guarantee you we're going to be corrected before we get there, and he's going to say, "Hey, my name is Yeshaya. How y'all doing? Anybody amongst you that are rebels, you might as well go ahead and die now. Okay, everybody that's not a rebel, come forward." And everybody, all the rebels gonna go forward first. They did. That's all I know. Yeah, that man knows a lot more than us. He's been alive a lot longer than we have. The man, you know what I'm saying? My name is Amiel. Amiel, you understand? That's a strange name. There's only one other person. Well, yeah. Well, there's no. Where I'm from, there's only one other person named that. But when Facebook came out and everybody was forced to get their real names, I looked up my name on there and saw there was thousands of people. They all white. In any case, that's a strange name. It's spelled with an E. It starts with the E. So what are you talking about? E is an A. Everybody in my entire life has mispronounced my name. They call me
it's like
Emilio, Emule.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about the actor Charlie Sheen brother,
Yeah.
Emilio Escovedo. You know what I
Emilio
mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So they've been saying my name wrong my entire life. I don't get mad. You think, and I'm dumb. You think you really believe the king, the doggone creator of everything is gonna get mad that you saying his name wrong? That's not the case, my man. I'm trying to tell you, he ain't dumb like you, my man. There's no way he's gonna get upset about that.
Yeah, I be trying to explain that to the brothers, you know what I mean? And when I used to, what they call the Lashawan Kodesh, I was like, that's what I gravitated to when I first came into it, and that's what gave me that. Hold on, right fast.
Okay. Yeah, so you know what I mean. There's a well-known perspective that geniuses have. People that got an IQ over 160 and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If people got IQs of 190, 180 and stuff like this. They amongst themselves, they know for a fact how difficult it is to relate to people who are not as intelligent as them. So when they talk to normal people, they get disgusted because they're trying to say something and the less intelligent person doesn't understand what's being said. That's like a fairly intelligent, BC student uh, graduates from high school. He's 18 years old, okay, and he's talking to a 2 or 3-year-old or 5-year-old or something like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in the 2nd or 3rd grade or something like this, and he's trying, and the person who graduated from high school is trying to talk to this young person who doesn't know as much as he does about something, and the young person doesn't particularly understand what he's saying. Okay, so that's how geniuses feel. So that's how the Hamashiach feels when he talks to you, because you a dummy. See what I'm saying? So you don't get mad at the little kid for not knowing. You don't get mad at the 2-year-old and the 8 and 9-year-old for not knowing what you know. You don't get mad at them. You just say, you just realize in your mind, okay, he don't know as much as I know. That's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just how stuff works. So there's no way in the world this life force, this life being, this this creator of everything that we know of, is going to be upset at stuff that you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So you're just confused. You know what I mean? So you know, you condemn it. You pissing people off because they ain't using the proper names that you learned. You know what I'm saying? From other dummies. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But we on the grill, man. We barbecued up. Last night was Princess night. I mixed up the days. I thought last night was the grill. Last night was Princess night. We had the King of Israel, Travis Refuge, on there. Calls himself King David. On his mother's side, he's descended from Haile Selassie, who stole the throne from his aunt, Menelik, who was a descendant of Menelik II. So now, you know, I don't know what his father's side is looking like, but I have to assume that his father's side is Israelite, because Haile Selassie is not an Israelite. So he's mixed Israelite on his father's side, which makes him an Israelite, and Ethiopian on his mother's side, which still makes him an Israelite because his father determines his nationality. So now, if I'm to accept what he's saying, that kind of leans in his favor, because if he was a great grandson of Haile Selassie on his father's side, he's automatically a Ethiopian, and which completely eliminates him from the throne. Okay, so now that what I'm saying, since I understand that he's an Israelite and his father's side didn't go through that Solomon, what I tried to teach him last night, that Solomon lost the throne, so he didn't accept it, and you got this. He's an Israelite on his father's side and an Ethiopian on his mother's side through Haile Selassie. Okay, so now I can see the Most High utilizing that. Someone so close to a claimed worldwide recognized throne, okay, and an actual Israelite trying to sit on that particular throne. So I can see that happening. And then I can also see two kings, just like we have been seeing. You know what I'm saying? The Solomon line of kings and the Nathan line of kings. Okay. So now there's only going to be one head over us before Hamashiach returns and be the King of Kings, which we know is in the cool of the day and in the evening of the third day, which is we're in the third day now. After 2001 began the third day. Okay, so in the evening would be what, 24, 2500, 2500, 2400 AD. Is that right? Hold on a second. Yeah. 24, 2300, 2400 AD is when Hamashiach returned. That's after the sea dries up. Okay, so that means all the super volcanoes around the world have to blow up to make that happen. Okay, so before then, we're gonna have to build our kingdom and move back home. That's just bottom line. So we are approaching the 50th Jubilee, which is the 50th year, which is 2,500 years. So 2,000 years from Hamashiach, we're sitting right here. 500 years before that was the first Jubilee in the wilderness. I mean, the first Passover in Egypt, which begins the count of the Jubilee. Okay. I hope y'all know that. And we just on the grill, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking. I'll be telling my doctrines, but people know better than to try to go. Try to talk about it. Only my friends try, but they try so miserably. But the main doctrine of this platform is to build a nation. Okay, so this is just an Israelite motif that everybody in the Israelite movement accepts, that the law is our constitution and that we have to build a nation. So they have different methodologies of doing that. All the famous schools, they just simply recruit into their school, and just continue to hit the streets and tell everybody they're Israelites and try to keep bringing people into their school. So that hasn't caused a nation yet because let me see. I can't pinpoint.
I want to say they trying to build. They still trying to build on to what the white man have. What I see, you know what I mean. They don't see themselves really separating, as in getting their own land and stuff. They see a building in America. I see. They're not trying to establish their own sovereignty or nothing like that. They wanna.
There you go.
I don't know how to.
Yeah. See, now that place that man talked about last night. There's another reason. I mean, he was saying a lot of real things, but I got my concerns with him. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't fronting. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
Yeah. But when it comes to that area that he chose, that he was talking about, the peninsula, there's not many locations that people live over there. It's basically kind of semi-abandoned. You know what I'm saying? So if we live there, man, and 100 million people live there, that place would be wonderful. You know what I'm saying? That place would be paradise for real. You know what I'm saying? Because anywhere holy Israelites are, the land flourishes. So it ain't gonna be no desert over there once we move over there. You know what I'm saying? Grass gonna start growing everywhere, and
right,
food and everything's gonna be lovely. So he just got so many aspects of my mentality already figured out, and that's why I want to continue to talk to him some more until I can see a little more things that I can add to the mentality that we have to do, because you got to do this stuff. You got to put it into motion. You got to promote all the time, promote, just like the traditional schools do, except that you try to tell the truth as much as you possibly can, but see, the schools are a little too strict. I think they're a little too strict, and they already be lying about certain things. So when somebody tries to challenge their lies, they can't see past what they have been taught. So therefore, the person should just get out of the school. So they lose more people than they can gain, than they can possibly gain. You know what I'm saying? They're like a bucket with a hole in it. You know what I'm saying? They just keep pouring water in it, and people can just keep on leaving. The water just keeps on escaping because there's no way for you to keep people in your bucket with lies in your bucket. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's like trying to put back together Humpty Dumpty or the pot shirt. You know what I mean? It's already broken. You ain't gonna be able to find all the pieces to put that motherfucker back together.
That's right. And you're gonna step on a piece later on down the line. You're gonna sweep. If one little piece got stuck somewhere over there near the rug, you're gonna be real comfortable one day, walking barefoot. You're gonna feel that little shard that you missed. Why? Because you're dumb. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel that little shard. Trust me.
Yep.
Foot gonna be cut and bleeding.
That's an excellent point too. That was beautiful. You know, and they go over. I bet they go over a lot of the Cardinal people head. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
They know they don't even understand what we're trying to say when we say that.
That's right. That's right. See, you speak that Atlanta Bama language. You know what I'm saying? So you understand what I be talking about. You know, I'm country too. You know what I'm saying? So, niggas be walking around barefoot. You know good and well. You done swept that jump 2 weeks ago. You just walking. Go get me some water on the fridge. Ah! Stepped on that little tiny little bit.
Yeah, and it never fails either.
Yeah, you look at the bottom of your foot. Man, I sweat that up.
3 weeks ago. I thought I had got all the pieces together.
I
you know,
I was safe. That's what they thought. They thought they were safe. Cause they step on the wrong piece. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't be comfortable, man. You got to be. See, that's what I be saying. You got to, be nicer to these people. You know what I'm saying? You got to be. And then you're too strict for one thing. You know what I'm saying? The law is the only thing that you're not supposed to add or subtract from. Okay, now your doctrines are dumb. Okay, I get it. But when people challenge your doctrine, you should just say, hey, man, that's a great point. And then let them stay in the school. You know, or that's a dumb point. Tell them they're dumb. Whatever. But you don't kick people out of your school because he don't understand something or you don't understand something. One of you is wrong.
That's true.
And I'm telling you right now, it's your teachers that are wrong. So.
Yep.
So these famous people, they did their thing. They got it. They got the message out. They should be rewarded for that. All right. Now they don't. Most of them don't teach the true Sabbath. They should be rewarded for that. Okay. And people who teach the true Sabbath should be rewarded for that. Except for there's different rewards for different stuff. There's rewards for telling the truth, and then there's rewards for lying. So you don't want the reward that you're gonna get for lying. All liars get a reward. You'll see it. And that's the lake of fire. It's filled with brimstone, which is sulfur. Sulfur stinks real bad. Woo! Woo!
Israelites don't believe in that.
They don't believe in sulfur.
Hell.
That's real good. But that's what the book say. It say that all liars is gonna be in the lake filled with brimstone, fire and brimstone is sulfur. It'd be better for you. It's gonna be worse for you than it was for the people in Sodom and Gomorrah. See what I'm saying? That's what the book say. So that's wee. That was hot.
Say like Lazarus and the rich man. He was in torment. He wanted him to for Lazarus to do was touch his tongue. Because he was comfortable at that time.
That's right. You ever seen a recreation of Lazarus and the rich man before?
No, I don't think I ever checked one out.
I think I heard an audio. I'm talking about like a audio, the audio Bible and stuff like that. And they be
like the dramatized version.
Yeah, and they be talking like they be talking like, Father, if you could just dip his finger in some water and stick it on my tongue, like normal. Man, that man was screaming at the top of his burning up lungs,
pleading and begging
through telepathy, because he couldn't say nothing. I guarantee you that. Not with his mouth. And he was hot. He was hot, my man. He was on fire.
Right, where they say that 1,000 suns, he did, you know what I mean? Kind of like that. Kind of like going in the troposphere, thermosphere.
That's what's happening to the man. He can't figure out why he's so hot. Ooh, it was so hot. Just like poof. The screams came so late. Man, I had to rewind that thing 20 times because I couldn't understand what he was saying. When he kept saying, the screams came so late. I was like, what you mean? The screams
Con,
came late. Oh, sheesh.
that was already gone. And then before he heard the scream, that was long gone.
I said, oh, man. Now that sounds realistic. So,
Con,
man, yeah, y'all don't want to feel that kind of information. You see what I'm saying? That's information that you don't need to experience. We understand that you want to experience everything once, but this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You see?
you know, hey, and that, every time we talk to them other brothers of a different or I don't know how to call it, like no
Mentality.
spirituality.
Yeah.
Yeah, they it seems like they. I mean, when I revert back to the scriptures, I always think about it. Say, damn it, it just slipped my mind. Yeah, if this is a still he's sending the prophets to a stiff necked people who would not hear the laws of the word, and if he was to send you to a people of a hard language, you go and you trying to tell them, hey, we the people of the Bible, we the chosen people, the people who destined to rule this earth, and we have to get each other in order. They would listen to it, you know what I mean? You might not even speak their language, but they'll be trying to hear what the hell you say, you know what I mean? But
Of
our people, even though we like to put on this the likeness of it, we don't want to walk in it, you know what I mean? Or we just want to, I love the Lord, but go out and do wickedness, you know what I
That's
mean?
right.
That's the
And
difference.
and why? Because you're too much like me, and I feel like I'm nothing. So you can't possibly be anything unless you show it to me with money. If I,
That's right.
you see what I'm saying? So if you show me some money, then I say, oh man, he's God. They automatically promote people who succeed on a monetary status to the level of God. And so since they don't comprehend how this thing is working, they are teaching their people to die. You know what I'm saying? So it's just wild and crazy, man. I can't comprehend how they get to these levels of understanding stuff. It's
Yep.
really
They,
confusing me.
they went to talking about Buddha, said Buddha, he taught the people that all is an illusion and this, that, and the third. And but the scriptures say the fool have said in his heart, and there is no God. So you tell me who is wrong. Should I listen to this man or should I listen to the spirit within this book? You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I don't, and I when I can relate to the mathematics, you know what I mean? When the brother said when you drive over a bridge,
Hmm.
you putting your faith in mathematics, you know what I mean? And I was thinking like that's what they want us to do, to rely on mathematics, you know what I mean? That's what Baphomet mean to bathe you in math, you
That's
know.
why that's why we can't fly. That's why we can't heal. That's why we can't resurrect people because uh the school systems deconstruct our faith into um this is impossible. You know what I'm saying? You can't possibly walk through this wall because
Con,
it's a solid wall and matter must be blocked by other matter. So since you accept this and now this is part of your this is part of your knowledge, this is part of your conscience, then you can't walk through the wall. That's just how it works. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
If we grow up in a school system that where a person has mastered um I don't if you if I could put them in terms, if I knew all the terms of magic and stuff like what's called transpositioning or whatever it's called, but you know what I'm saying, like if you had these terms of magic, right? Knowing good and well that it's coming from the Most High. You in a school system now, in the first grade, kindergarten, and stuff like this, and you teaching people how to walk through walls, and you're teaching people how to levitate and stuff like that, and you're teaching people how to do all these things by the power of the Most High, with the responsibility and maturity of use it for strictly for the will of the Most High. Then they're gonna learn it and they're gonna know it, and it's gonna be a part of their conscience, and they're gonna know that they can do these things. See what I'm saying? But they teach us that you can't do nothing at all,
That's right.
and without us, white people. So,
Yep.
so don't even try to do anything until you come see us, and that's the problem.
Yep. And you know, something that's never touched on that is the occult part of it. You know what I mean? They like to talk about Freemasonry or Masonry or the Illuminati and things of that nature, but they never speak about the occult rituals and what they say happens during it. You know what I mean? These people say that they get in touch with beings not of this world, you know what I mean? Not of this material dimension. You know, they say they in touch with spiritual beings who know a lot more, who can basically what the Bible say, the Elohim, the powers, you know what I mean?
That's right.
But it's a supreme power is what we trying to get across to these people. You can't worship nature.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't worship the sun,
That's
the moon,
disrespectful to the Most
a
High.
fish. Exactly, bro. And that is what, you know what I mean? I think they be missing that. These people have a spirituality too, except it's oriented towards something other than what's gonna
Hmm.
benefit you.
You worshiping a tree. Don't you know that the tree came from a seed, my man? Where did that seed come from? The seed came from a whole nother tree that came before it. Don't you get it? And it just keeps going back in time over and over again till there's damn near one tree on the whole earth. So what are you so I don't get what you people are confused about. You know what I'm saying? That's why trees were so humongous back in the day. If you notice, uh the dumb evolution people, right? They think everything gets better, you know what I'm saying, and bigger over time. Now, but when you look at evolution in reality, that that it doesn't exist, right? You can clearly see that things were much bigger in the past, and now they're much smaller today. That's obvious. So I mean, so you can assume the same thing with trees. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah,
Seem to be 6,000 feet high and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
So there's a lesson about that. I have this my first time addressing it publicly, but I mean it looks pretty solid, man. You know, based on what I'm realizing that things get smaller over time, like humans get smaller, animals get smaller, uh, 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 ocean life gets smaller over time, and stuff like that. I have no choice but to assume that trees have gotten smaller. See what I'm
Kind.
saying?
Now that you mentioned that, like right before I hopped on, I was looking at this video, and the guy brought out he was like are like he was showing mountains. They had flat tops, like they had been chopped down, you know, like a tree stump.
Hmm.
And the mountain looked at like a petrified tree stump. You
It
know what I
surely
mean?
does. It surely does. That's exactly what it looks like. Now, what I mean, where are these grooves coming from? On the side of the plateau thing.
Kind.
Somebody carve them out? No, it grew that way. You know what I'm saying? There's been experiments, or not experiments, but people have documented things that have petrified, you know, in a short amount of time. And they didn't. They thought petrification took millions and millions of years, like they lie about evolution.
or being extinct dinosaurs.
Yeah. So they done found modern boots, cowboy boots that with bones still in them, petrified. They now look like rock and are rock, basically. They have transposed from a flesh and a material to all of it becoming a rock. All the entire structure is now a rock. So that's what happens to things in a fairly quick amount of time. It's not millions and billions of years, my man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It was like a water fountain or something. That had the whole water fountain petrified into like a water fountain looking stalagmite and stalactite. The whole water fountain turned into a rock. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it happens, man. So that's what happened to those gigantic trees. Nobody carved the trees. I mean, carved those plateaus. The plateau did not just magically appear like that with those grooves on the side of it. No, it didn't just magically become flat on top. Something caused it to become flat like that. It's a cause and effect for everything, and it grew into that size. And then over time, about a couple months or years or whatever, however long it takes, they became rock. But you still think, you know what I'm saying, that everything takes billions and trillions of years. Why? Because you're a liar. And the truth ain't in you.
Kind.
They've been
You
having a
know,
lot of 24-hour hangouts here lately.
yeah, I noticed that also.
I wonder what they're trying to cover up this time.
Yeah, that might be where the brother Amaziah at right now.
Yeah, he likes to he likes to argue with them people. But I mean, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have met old buddy from last night. So that's a good investigation that we need to, follow up on and keep trying to figure this thing out because you know what I'm saying. Clearly, he must know that his father has to be an Israelite. So I suppose that's what he was telling us, that his father was an Israelite. Okay, and then he's connected to the line of Haile Selassie, who is Haile Selassie himself is disconnected from Solomon's throne because you can't steal the throne from Amenelek II's daughter. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So I mean, that throne is just defunct anyway. So I can't understand why he thinks that throne is even legit. But the world recognizes it as a Solomon's throne. So uh, they're incorrect. Um, so yeah, so I just I gotta consider these things and try to figure out what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Because he seems to be in a good position. You know, if 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 his claim is true, then he's in a very good position, and that's why I'm definitely not going to be rebuking him at any moment, any day. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to
Kind.
do that until I examine it all the way through.
Yeah, and then what else I wanted to touch on? Yeah, the brothers like to bring out what have Hebrews, Israelites, who people black people call themselves Israelites done, like what did they have they built, but they're not looking, you know what I mean? Because in my book they don't care. Israelites have built communities. They have that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Ben, what is his name? Ben, I mean,
yeah, yeah. We got a
he
lot
went
of
to
farming
Israel.
communities. Benami got a whole little city area part. You know what I'm
Kind,
saying?
you know,
Mario Hashua Mario, he got a little community. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. You know, but as far as a whole nation, what is the Moors? They ain't built no whole nation. What have they built? What, a school, a science, a Moorish science temple 50? How many temples y'all got? Temple 150? Well, you know what I'm saying? You still ain't no nation. As far as when it comes to like, where's your elections at? Where your governing structure at? Where your court at for us to go to court? Where your where everything at? Where your hospital? Man, come on, man. They're always holding us accountable like we, you know what I'm saying? Like they've done something.
kind, and they like to bring up the Quran and how it's parallel to the Bible, you know, but Muhammad, if it was parallel to the Bible, Muhammad wouldn't have done the things that he done if he truly followed it. But in my book, the Quran allows oppression, subjugation of the people, you know, um, um, unjust murdering and shit. I mean, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because if so, he wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? If he was truly a follower of the Quran or what they say, you know. And when I look at a lot of Muslims or people who with the Quran, they I don't know, it seems like something funny about them to me, you know what I mean? Like you say that you the chosen, but you know your books say Israel is the chosen, and you should always go back to the Bible, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
and things of these
they
natures.
ignore
But y'all don't
all
want to
that.
acknowledge this.
They don't do none of that publicly. The same with Christians. They read our history book and say, "Hey, that's talking about us. Hey, I'm a spiritual Israelite." Well, nothing ever told you that before. Nothing. Understand? What made you think that? And forget the real Israelites. That's their whole thing. Everybody says, "Forget us." It's
Kind,
out of your mind. It's over for you. There's no way that you're gonna be dealing with the Heavenly Father by treating his family like that.
kind. And then I think about, you know, when the brothers say we gotta like the building part. To us, you know, we think about the spiritual first. You have to set your spirit right, upright, and get it. You know what I mean? In the good favors of the Heavenly Father, because He the ones that give you that power to rule. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're not correct with the, you know what I mean, with the Heavenly Father, then he'll destroy you. You know what I mean? It may seem like you're flourishing because that's what the wicked do. You know, they flourish in their wickedness and it look all good and nice, but really they just fit it to be destroyed. You know what I mean? They're gonna flourish to a pinnacle, and then they pedestals gonna get kicked, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And everything gonna be destroyed. Your people in confusion. You know what I mean? Your economics is based on oppression and competition and just get what I can get. You know, instead of feeding the hungry, visiting the orphans, you know what I mean, freeing the prisoners and things of these natures. And then, you know, I think, and I'm spiritual, so when I say these things, I'm talking about in the mind, you know, the spiritual blind, you know what I mean, the people who really in prison in this world. We got to try to get these people out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting with D. Miller L.
Okay.
What have we built? Man, you know what I mean? You know what I used to do? I could have killed 10 more people by now.
That's
See,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Now, correcting behavior is a very strong, powerful building mechanism. So I say, man, these people be here just to drown out. You, you know, man, you see how they were asking those questions of stuff that we talk about every single day, that we already try to get straight in our minds of how it's gonna go, look like moving forward and stuff like that.
Kind. Yep.
Okay.
They still stuck. You know, they
Okay,
don't
so
see it.
that's what I'm saying. So why y'all don't just link up with somebody who done already thought about this stuff? We talk about this stuff every day. The same baby questions that they had, uh, we done asked 6, 7 years ago.
Kind. And then
And I'm
like
not the first one to ask those questions and get the
no,
answers for them.
that's right. And then yeah, like you're saying, they won't come, and then they don't see us as men who are firmly set on a position. You know how people say stand on your square.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we standing on that square and we ain't budging. That's the thing, you know what I mean? And if we on a foundation, that foundation can't have no cracks.
Mm-hmm.
It can't have no
Yeah, all the wishy washy.
defaults. Yeah.
How you gonna make a wall that's wishy washy? How it's gonna hold up your roof?
Kind.
You know what I'm saying? You got a
Yep.
wishy
And
washy roof. You got a wishy
yep.
washy foundation. How you gonna walk on it? It's all
Yep.
swiveling back and forth every step you take. You know what I'm saying? The wind blowing it around in circles. It's like, hey man, I can't sleep. Yeah, you
Kind.
can't
Yep.
sleep because your foundation is wishy washy. You know what I'm saying? Then why don't you settle down? You know what I'm saying? Figure out something. Stop trying to know
Kind.
everything. Oh, man, I want to know everything. And then, you know what I'm saying? This is what they do. Everything on earth is true to them. You know what I'm saying? So when they get to that level, they just decide that everything on earth is a lie as well. So they can't figure it out. Now that you think, yeah, they think it's now that they think everything is a lie. So now when they talk to anybody, oh, that can't be true because it's a part of everything, and
Yeah,
everything is a lie.
they go. That bring me back to the hangout we was having. She said, "Your imagination." That's
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm
yeah.
like,
A man is his imagination.
huh?
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's all confusion, bro. And I was so high, I had to literally like not cuss them out because that's what was leaving out of me. You know what I mean? Like try to correct them. Like some of the things they were saying was just, as the brother Hebrew paid, man, that's ridiculous, man.
That's
That's
ridiculous.
nonsense.
Yeah, yeah. But they tend to listen to very, you know what I'm saying? But then
Kind,
there
yep.
you go. Even with them, you can't even cuss around them. They don't like cussing either. It seems like all liars hate cussing. You ever noticed that? That's so strange. Every liar I ever
Wow.
met hates when you cuss.
Yeah, you're right about that.
but people who cuss, they be like, oh no man, keep it real, keep it 100, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Every that's wild. I just realized that just a second ago. I heard
That's
somebody
right,
say
right.
that a long time ago too. Now I think about it. It was like, you ever notice the people that cuss be more truthful than people who don't? They're more honest.
They
Yeah,
are.
that's true.
Even though their ways might be crooked, but they still let you know how they feeling, and
Yeah,
regardless of how it comes out, they gonna let you know.
absolutely, absolutely. They just don't know how to um get money legitimately. You know what I'm saying? Or
Kind.
or they be hoes. You know what I'm saying? They just fuck all women anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Anytime. Something
Yeah,
like
Lil
that.
Wayne's.
There you go. There you go. But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to real hard issues that are supposed to be politically correct, cussers are gonna tell you the truth or how it really is, or how they truly feel about it, whether they're right or wrong, and they might not know they're incorrect about their opinion. You know what I'm saying? But they're just giving it to you as honestly as they possibly can.
Yep. And then
People who don't cuss just bold face, blatantly lie all day, every day.
yeah. And then when I one of my brothers out who I came into the truth with, he used to bring up the fact that like certain cuss words well, not curse, but you know, some of the foul language we use is to in place of lack of better words, you know what I mean? Like when we say fuck, it can means like either in like what did he say, separation, or he said like a union, you know what I mean? Because you could say, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? And that
Mhm.
means, hey, you separate from me, you know what I mean? Pretty much. You
Exactly,
just
exactly.
putting that extra,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
extra umph on it.
Yeah, to get you to realize that I'm serious. So why don't you just translate it to your nerdy, geeky, coon language right quick, so you can
Yeah,
understand what I'm
your
saying?
soft
Your
sensual.
soft, your effeminate ways. Why don't you just why don't you just translate it to effeminism so you can not be upset that I'm cussing? How about that, motherfucker? Damn,
Yeah.
something with your soft ass.
kind
Oh my gosh. You can't even say, man, this man said Garfield got mad that I was comparing the Bible's knowledge. I'm trying to contrast it with his methodology of fixing everybody in the world's credit. And that is his plan. He said it on Sonnet TV with Alan Rod Bourne behind him, and Black Panther on the other side. He said, I'm trying to get I think he said 1,000 or 1,000,000 people, million. I'm trying to fix 1,000,000 people's credit or something like that. He said. And then What's that gonna do? What is that gonna do, my man?
Like that'll prep everybody for the chip, I guess.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do nothing but get people to rob you. Yo, he got good credit. Take him straight to the bank with a gun, with a bomb strapped to his chest, and to get a loan out the bank.
Yep. Are you trying to teach them how to maintain a good credit while you at it?
No. Listen, fixing your credit is the simplest thing in the world if you have a steady income. So people that fix credit only work with people who have steady income because the people with steady income pay the credit fixer. They just continue to pay him, and the credit fixer pays the person's credit like a little bit at a time, $15 a month, something like that. You paying the credit fixer $50, $100 a month. So you get your money based off volume. So you got 100 people giving you $50 a month. That's $5,000 a month. So if you got 1,000 people doing that, that's $50,000 a month. So the more and more people that you got giving you $50 a month until your credit is fixed, you're getting good money. So the credit fixer takes, $25 of that or $15 of that and pays all your creditors at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Pays all of them. And then over time your credit straightens out and it just becomes fixed. So it's ridiculous. If you can't do that yourself, if you can't you're slow if you can't do that yourself. When you have income, you making $3,000 a month, and you can't call these creditors and say, okay, I'm finna send you $5 a month, I'm finna send you $10 a month. You're stupid. These people will accept any amount of money. You can send them $100 for a $10,000 bill and tell them this is a settlement. This is all the money I have. This is all the money I'm gonna give you for the rest of my life. It's $100, and you need to accept this as the full payment of this $10,000 bill. and go on about your business. Because if you call me again, I'm gonna sue you. You know what I'm saying? Just tell them straight like that, and that's
Hey,
they're gonna write it off. They're gonna say, "Oh man, ain't no use to dealing with him. It costs us more. It costs us more to harass him than it would to people who don't know the information that he knows."
that's right. Hey, while we speaking about credit, I also believe in spiritual credit.
There you go.
Hey, I forget what show it was, like or what, yeah, I forget what show it was, but it was this episode. Matter of fact, it might have been like an old Disney cartoon or something when they was, matter of fact, it was Hercules, the one where it was the cartoon version where, let me see which one was it, they had the black women singing on the Greek black ladies, Hercules, you know which one I'm talking about.
No, no.
Yeah, when they was trying to cut that hair,
Uh-huh.
you know, when he was when he jumped in the pool, that death pool to save, I forget her name, to save his woman,
Uh-huh.
and he was, and the life was draining from him, and the lady was like, well, it's time to it's time to cut his strand, I guess. And they was trying to cut the hair, but as soon as they went to cut it, it turned to pure gold, and they couldn't cut it anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's just something about that, you know, that credit and
Spiritual
that
credit.
line, or that spiritual line, that if you cross it, you gonna get put to death.
Mm-hmm. That's right, man. That's right. That's right. It's like it's kind of like I keep thinking to myself when I'm alone. I be like, man, it feels like we're in a dang on video game for real. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're under the hedge of protection of the Heavenly Father, then nothing bothers you. You see what I'm saying? Like the other day, I knew I was unclean, right? So I got stung in the ear twice by walls. So
Dang.
maybe that was a warning or whatever. But I just try to make sure I don't sin as often as possible. Make sure I try my best not to sin at all.
That's right.
Practice makes perfect, because sooner or later I'm just not gonna have. I'm not gonna have any desire to sin at all, because I'm just keep practicing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was a nice build, you know what I mean? After the one you had said was destroying, whenever the brothers bring out something about the Bible, he go to destroying, you know what I mean? He always was fighting against it. So after that, man, it was a pretty good build.
Oh yeah, he did change up after that, did
Yeah, I don't know if he just like left. I think he left, but yeah, or
Yeah,
either he
if
just,
he can't destroy, he can't. He's uncomfortable.
yeah.
He can't be in a scenario where people are generally trying to, stack. Everybody got some blocks, some Legos. You know what I'm saying? So they all came together in a room. We all 5 years old. We got our Legos. We all done came in the room and sat down together. Yeah, I got the purple one. Look at that. I can put that right there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Then say, oh man, I got a red one. I can put that right beside your purple one. Here come my man. Fuck that. Fuck that. Put that block. Move that block over there. Move that block over there in the corner. Fuck your
We don't
block.
need, yeah, we don't need that red block. Put that red
We
block
don't need none of these blocks. Blocks ain't
God.
real. Blocks are imaginary.
Hey, and you know that's so, it's funny because it's
You
so
know the little
simple to.
kid with the grown man voice. Man, fuck that block, man.
And the reading it's so funny because it's so simple. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
right.
simple.
That's all I mean. It's a lot of Kemites that do that, but But our man was reminding me of it so good today. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, this dude, everything we say is just wrong, automatic. So we
Yeah,
only supposed to listen to him for everything, but we're just listening to him, and ain't nobody putting no blocks down on the floor building nothing.
kind.
Cause we steady listening to this clown.
Yep.
Man, we don't need that block. Put that block over there.
Right. He just make himself the supervisor and shit, you know.
I don't deal with the Bible. But then when they talk about all their lies and stuff, you don't see nobody getting mad at all.
No.
We just say, we just kind of try to remix it into how we think. You know what I'm saying?
Kind.
Excuse me. Dang. That was a big, gigantic bird.
Yep. So that I don't know. I don't like I don't see, bro, it gonna take some divine intervention.
You're right, man. You're right,
and that's that's the difference. You know what I mean? The scripture say, "In the day of thy power, your people gonna be willing." You know, this to the people who need to see it. You know what I mean? For some reason, we believe, but for them, they gonna have to see.
They need to see
The sea
it.
get parted, or some fire come down from heaven, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
They need to see all that.
Yeah, it could be too late then. You know what I mean? It's. I feel like it will. You know what I mean? I
I
still
mean, but
need to be here.
it say the people who see that are going to be. That's what's going to make them willing. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
So, I mean, it's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Long as we stay steady, I really, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't care. I don't care about none of them that burning up. We doing our duty. You know what I'm saying? So our duty is to be sure that we have a full record of our ministry and that we're you know what I'm saying? It say when you warn your brother of the sword that's coming, the blood is not on your hands. So we're doing a great job, in my opinion, of doing that. We
That's
go
right.
on all their shows and tell them every time, you about to die. Hey, y'all about to die. You better get right. Man, fuck the Bible. Okay. I just did that for myself.
Yep.
Keep myself safe. Because I'm supposed to warn you. And I'm supposed to be convincing too. I'm trying to be as convincing as I can. But gee, you only believe a man with a PhD. You only believe a man with a big gigantic truck. You only believe a man with a big gigantic house. You only believe a man with 3 wives. Okay, so I'm working on that. Don't
With
worry
2-3
about
bank
it.
accounts. Yeah.
There you go. I'm working on all that so that I can convince more people that if they don't straighten up, they're gonna die. I'm working as hard as I can on it.
Yeah, they wanna say the laws are common sense, and I'm like, no, it's far more.
Also,
It's
common
far
sense, there
more.
wouldn't be one person in jail.
Exactly.
If
Unless
the laws
you
of common
doing
sense, there
it.
wouldn't be people dying every day.
And you know what? I take that back. It is common sense to the ones who hear his voice.
To the ones who hear his voice.
But the other ones, they might have that conscience telling them, hey, this wrong, hey, don't do that. But
Do it
they
anyway.
still, because they don't have no spiritual. They're not led by the spirit. They carnal. You know what I mean? So the scriptures call them brute beasts. That walk
Right,
around trying
because
to satisfy their flesh.
that's what I'm saying. Because having sex feels wonderful. So, I'm feeling sad right now. So let me go have some sex. And that's the only way that they can feel good.
Get some love.
That's called love. You know what I'm having sex, so I'm making love. So God is love. Don't you know God is love? I'm having sex. That's my love. You're gonna die. You better straighten up.
But you know, and then I like to say also, love is like a war too. Cause when you making love, that's they like to call it. You basically penetrating or stabbing or however you want to put it. You ramming. You know what I mean? You trying to do damage. You ain't damn trying to love.
Mm-hmm.
You sweating, it's like you're fighting, you going in, you know. you
That's right.
using energy, you pumping out energy, just like on the flip side, when you do actually war, it's the same difference, but one of them is spiritual, you know what I mean? And you create something out of that, just like you create something out of the physical war. You create death and bloodshed and orphans and whatever else the case may be, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We gotta doggone do another Noah Scoffers. Say we gotta do the sons next, right?
I have been thinking about that too.
We'll come up with something. Or I just wanted to
Yeah.
remind you, so that you can possibly remind me sometime this week or something.
Okay.
Because you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because comedy is good for some people. You know what I'm saying? It draws people attention. That's why that CCN got got the attention of some of the unconscious community. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really truly super funny though at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they at least trying to be funny. So people are just kind of supporting it because they're just normal people, regular people trying to do something. But the best thing to do is just always tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know what it is, so they're confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's tough for them to get stuff done because they don't accept reality.
Whatever they want, they whatever they want it to be. They not the keepers of the garden, I guess.
That's right. That's right. What else went on? Let me see. Oh yeah. Uh, that time G-Man ambushed us about a month ago, right? The next day he had put it up on his channel. You saw that, and I said
Yeah.
that the second I saw it up on his channel, I flagged it. I told him to take it down first on his video. Then I hit him in the back chat with a private message that he never accepted. So then after them two things, I flagged it to come down. It came down yesterday. I looked at it, I said, dang, they finally took that joint down. I rubbed my eye, woke up, rubbed my eyes. I said, dang, they finally took that thing down. And what happened? It shut him out of his entire channel.
Oh snap!
I said, dang.
So we got to create another, huh?
I don't know what's going on with it. He was madder than a motherfucker about that. That motherfucker was mad as hell. He called LaRon as if LaRon has power over me or something. And then I told LaRon, I said, man, the man didn't have permission to put my video on his page. LaRon told me, man, that's some polite shit, man. That's some Sinetta shit, man. That's wow. I said, okay, well, hi, I don't care what you think, how you feel about anything. You know what I'm saying? So why are you even talking to me? You know what I'm saying? You come over here, you're one of our enemies. You know what I'm saying? So you bang
That's
on
right.
us every day. So So what makes you think you're gonna change my mind about something? That's crazy. So he got off the phone last night. Then today he called me again today, a couple times with G-Man on the phone. G-Man went crazy talking about, you don't own anything on your channel. You don't own anything on your channel. I said, how is that possible? What are you talking about? I own the content on my channel. Content
That's
is,
right.
you know what I'm saying? I put the motherfucking shit out. I named the channel, you know what I'm saying? I done put in research, you know what I'm saying? I've been talking. And then now people are starting to come around finally. Wow, you know, so I'm happy about that. So what are you talking about? Content. Content is automatically ownership. Then the images that I be creating, you know what I'm saying? The Civil War joint, the TMH joint, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
Keyboard Warrior joint. I made all that stuff. I don't own it. You're confused. And you're coon. Get off my phone. I cussed him out loudly. I'm talking about he was pissing me off. So I'm getting ready to take you to court. And all the atheists, I have to take the atheists to court, and they always lose. That's it. And we're talking like 5,000. I'm gonna sue your ass for 5,000. Well, he doesn't cuss, but he said I'm gonna sue your ass. So I'm gonna sue you for $5,000. I said, oh well, if you can't pay your bill and you become homeless, that's on you. I flagged one video on your page. I didn't know they were gonna shut you out your entire channel. That's on you. You shouldn't have been stealing. You shouldn't have been trying to mock. The Heavenly Father's getting ready to put you through some rigmarole, bro. That's all on you. That's all based on your act.
Yep, and that's another thing about our people. They don't like to learn from lessons. You know what I mean? That was a lesson you should learn instead of trying to sue somebody. Maybe you can if he really do that, you could then take out a countersuit on his ass and win. You know what I mean?
You can.
So yeah, instead of building with your brother, you
He's
want
gonna
to
make
go.
his life worse and worse. He's already dealing with the wrong people. His ministry is going in the wrong direction based on the motivation of Vocab Malone and all the rest of them clowns, Veckel and Faithful to Satan and Carlos and stuff like that. All these people attacking Israelites, and he thinks he's going to prosper. Him being an Israelite, which the Heavenly Father holds him to a higher standard than these other people. So of course he's gonna be destroyed first. That's crazy. These people learned a little too slowly for me. I thought I was dumb. But come on, man. It don't take this long to just leave people alone. Let brotherly love continue. That's what the book say.
Hey, just to throw this out there, man, and anybody watching, stumbling across the video, the brother the bar allowed me to come on his channel and have a segment called Manifesto of the King of Kings, Royal Remnants, and then to me it's very edifying. It's something that lifts my spirit and gets my morals and my mindset in the right state so that I can Lord willing please the Heavenly Father, so anybody want to check that out and get some good information out of it and hopefully build off of that, or able to expound more, you know what I mean, get deeper into it, then feel more than free.
And it's been a change in the segment. It's now from 8:30 to whenever. These conversations sometimes they last a long time. You know what I'm saying? So it starts at 8:30 on Sunday, every single Sunday at 8:30.
Okay. Yeah, I was just throwing that out there, King.
Yeah, appreciate that. And yeah, that's a real great show, man. That's a fun show because it gets back to the roots. You know what I'm saying? When it gets back to your foundation. It waters your roots. It waters your spirit.
Yeah, that living water.
There you go. That's exactly what happens every show.
And for them brothers that say the law is done away with, that always, I forget, it's 2 John, I think, and this is love, that you obey my commandments and walk in his commandments. You know what I mean? That's love.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you
Take
talking
over
about
for 1 second for me.
whether you talking about love for your brother, you know what I mean, or whether you talking about love for the Heavenly Father, when you walk into the commandments of the scriptures, you know, you're doing both at once. You know what I mean? That's kind of the base of it. So, you know, for any brother saying you don't have to obey them commandments, man, obey them commandments. Not saying that it's gonna save you, but it goes hand in hand with salvation. You know what I mean? So don't think they done away with. Treat them as if, you know what I mean, that's the life you should lead. You know, because they said who the world calls Jesus Christ was perfect. How was he perfect? You know, because he obeyed them laws. You know, he kept them in his heart. You know, he didn't think about committing adultery. He didn't think about doing usury to his brother. He didn't he wanted to be his brother keeper, that good shepherd. You know what I mean? And when you a shepherd, you know you basically a servant. You know what I mean? Even though you get to you get a certain authority. That authority that you wielding is to guide the people in the right places, so they to the right pasture, so they can feed properly, so they can grow properly, so they can live properly. Yeah, so you know that's my state of mind. You know what I mean? I'm more of a spiritual brother, and I may seem like I'm being harsh at times, but man, believe me, it's hard to get me on them to be harsh like that. You know what I mean? So you have to be real stubborn and bullheaded for me to come at you real harsh. I'm real humble, real polite. You know what I mean? That's something a lot of our people lack. It's that humility. It's that meekness that the scripture requires you to have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. The delivery it's got to uh, come from a place of genuine love. You know what I'm saying? So it comes out harsh out of me sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? So like, but that's only after 2, 3 days of me dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? So shit's mood. I've been on here 3, 4 days, and still reverts back to complete slowness.
Ignorance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he starts over every time he come on the show.
Yeah, and get worse.
Yeah, he don't remember none of the stuff we talked about, and then just brings up stuff that he don't understand. Then when you tell it to him or show it to him, he don't accept it still. So that's annoying. What are you? Why are you still coming over here
Yeah,
talking crazy?
yeah, he acts like he understands, but later on he go back like to the same point again.
He
Like
said, "Oh man, I see where
like
you're coming from. I see what you're getting at," and then come back the same with the same spirit later on.
yeah. That's why he came in last night with that foolishness. I asked him like, what are you doing, bro? You here to build or you here to destroy? You know what I mean? Because it's a fine line. Even though you speaking words, you know that vibration goes out and people might gravitate to it, and you know what I mean, may get on that side of destruction, go to destroying. You know what I mean? The work of the
Yeah,
Heavenly Father, Lord
and,
willing that you know.
these talks, these talks are just a shadow of the physical confrontation that's coming down the line.
Yeah,
So I saw a video with IUIC in it, right? And the whole Black Lives Matter movement marched in front of them. And that was just one city. It was like 400 of them, 400 people walking down the street. They didn't stop not damn person to tell them that they about to die. They just, the two people that stopped in front of them, they tried to preach to them. And, there was a completely, the woman was completely just sitting there just kind of ignoring them. And, but she was still standing in front of them. And she just was like shaking her head like, these guys are lost. You know what I'm saying? which they are, but I'm just saying that, they're doing their job, which is stand out there and show our people their transgression. You know what I'm saying? But the delivery is so harsh that people can't take it, and that's what I keep trying to tell these people: stop being so harsh with your delivery.
Kind, kind, yep. And then, yeah, just to touch on some of the panel was saying that they was talking about business, you ain't about no business, da da da, But I think about it like Yahweh Shai, I'm about my father's business, you know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
He was building something spiritual that would never be destroyed, you know what I mean?
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
Lord willing, I'm continuing His work, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Just like old buddy said last night, you know, we are filthy, filthy, stupid, severely rich. You know what I'm saying? So long as we stay dedicated to what the Heavenly Father wants done, then we're gonna eventually be trusted with His wealth, not to squander it, not to use it improperly. We're gonna use it based upon His will, which is to get rid of everybody who fights against us. And these verbal confrontations are nothing but shadows of you actually gonna pick up a brick and try to throw it at one of us, and you're gonna die.
A coward dies a million deaths.
Really don't.
Oh snap!
I think we taught them. I think we taught them enough. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. But y'all stay tuned tomorrow for Royal Remnants at 8:30, or we show in detail from the Bible, and don't be offended by the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show in detail how we should uh, interact with each other, and it's not based on instinct and common sense and emotion. It's based on a prescribed reaction to everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they work. So thank you for listening. Shalom.